Trumpism without Trump being consistently worse than Trumpism with Trump is so awesome. Yeah, that is true. And that's because, and I keep repeating this, this is another designated HasanAbi lock, which is that Donald Trump is Barack Obama for white people.
For deeper
72% chances, Shapiro. I'm going to
dive on the highly anticipated Veep stakes. We turn now to CNN senior data reporter Harry Enton.
No, Harry's been like hammering Harry has been hammering the Josh Shapiro thing nonstop. Nancy is in the pocket for Waltz. Okay. Bernie's in the pocket for Waltz. He's the guy. I hate that.
Harry, here we are. She's going to make a decision in the next few days. Who looks to be the favorite right now?
Yeah, who looks to be the favorite at this particular point? You know, you went through some of those contenders. Who right now is the
Ismail Haniyeh, head of Hamas Political Bureau, bear criminal responsibility for the following war crimes and crimes against humanity committed on the territory of Israel and the state of Palestine and the Gaza Strip from at least October 7th. Yes, dude, I know he has a warrant. Well, did the warrant applications come in? I know, dude. I know. Okay. They got to do a little column A, column B. Okay. Hello? I agree with your take, but can you acknowledge that the guy had a warrant out for his arrest by the ICC? Yeah, it don't matter. Wait, yeah, so does BB. You can't just murk him. You know what I mean? It doesn't work like that. I mean, you know what I mean. Like, another weird Republican statement.
Vanilli. You know, it was two guys. They were, you know, claimed to be R&B German artists, even though they had British accents, and they were born in Madrid or something like that. But sound a little bit like Kamala. But do y'all remember Milli Vanilli?
Bro, this chat says this is an account called I Love Tim Waltz. Okay, breaking. Joe Biden thinks Tim Waltz is a blast. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt. I really can't tell what this account's political agenda is. Like, I read that story too, though. The quote is real. One day, here, listen to Waltz while I go pee.
The favorite? This is the chance of being Harris's vice presidential running mate. This is based on betting market odds, but I think it lines up very well with the conventional wisdom at this point. And that is the far and away front runner is Josh Shapiro at 73%. He, of course, is the governor of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Tim Walz, who has kind of come on a little bit late, the governor of Minnesota at 16%. Mark Kelly, who sort of flagged a little bit here towards the end at 8%. Andy Beshear, the governor of the Commonwealth of Kentucky at 7%. But I think right here, the big takeaway is it's Josh Shapiro's to lose in a lot of folks' minds. Obviously, it's Kamala Harris's choice, but at this particular point, the smart money is on the governor of Pennsylvania.
And why is that, Harry?
Why? Why is the smart money on the governor of Pennsylvania? Well, if there is one state that both the Harris and Trump campaigns know that they must win in order to win this election, it is Pennsylvania, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Take a look. The chance that this state puts either Harris or Trump over the top in the Electoral College. Look at this, a 35% chance that that state is Pennsylvania. That's the determinative state. That is way ahead of the other two states on the board right here. Wisconsin at 14%, Michigan at 12%. You'll also note these two states are not actually represented by any of the folks on our first screen, the other top VP nominee contenders. So Pennsylvania right here, Josh Shapiro's home state, looks to be the most important state, and I think arguably that is one of the big reasons why he is seen as the front runner at this late hour.
And earlier this week, Harris's Republican challenger, of course, that's former President Donald Trump, said the VP has, quote, virtually no impact on the election, that selection doesn't make a difference. Can a vice presidential nominee actually help carry the top of a ticket or carry a state? And I think that's a question a lot of people are asking right now. Can they carry a state?
Well, I just want to point out that I think part of the reason Trump made that statement is because his VP choice, J.D. Vance, just fell flat on his feet. He's the first VP nominee coming out of his party's convention with a net negative favorability rating. But nonetheless, it's an interesting question I think we should ask. And I want to note, this is the VP nominee's home state effect. In fact, it's one of the few proven benefits of a VP, all right? It's one of the few proven benefits of a VP nominee. It's, in fact...
Unless it's J.D. Vance, by the way. Yeah, see, they're saying it's likely a retaliation for Israeli airstrikes in South Lebanon earlier in the day. This doesn't mean anything. Guys, come on, stop. Nothing yet. Nothing new has happened yet. Don't remember when Cutie called you regarding Overcooked last week and you said something similar to that's perfect. I have no plans. August 3rd. That's actually fire content. I did say that. I think the real thing you should be looking at, if the HasanAbi doesn't stream for one day and all hell breaks loose, rule is in order, nothing significant will happen today because I'm still live. Except tomorrow, I will not be. You know, not to freak anybody out. I'm gonna tweet that. Show trailer, so I won't be able to stream. Last two times we set this up, Trump got shot, and then Biden dropped out. Bro, Trump almost got assassinated when you were live, theory disproven. Yeah, except like I also literally was supposed to take the day off that day as well, or the day after, and we had to push it back. That kind of supports the theory that it might be today, no?
Perhaps the only one that's been proven. Take a look here. So how much can a VP nominee add to their running mate in their home state? Look at this. It's 0.5 to 2 points added to their running mate's margin. Now, you may say to yourself, man, that doesn't seem like a lot. But, of course, keep in mind, how much was Pennsylvania decided by last time around? 1.2 points. How much was Arizona determined by last time around? 1.3 points. So, or 0.3 points, excuse me. So when we're talking about these margins that are just so close in these elections, any small movement can make all the difference in the world. And given that Josh Shapiro is from Pennsylvania, I think that's one of the big reasons why, at this point, he is the front runner.
Right, and how Pennsylvania could make such a difference in this race. What kind of electoral track record does Shapiro have there in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, obviously, if Josh Shapiro wasn't very popular in Pennsylvania, I don't think that he would be the guy that's being chosen. But look at this. His favorable rating right now in 2024 is 61%. His 2022 winning margin was 15 points. In a state, Biden won by just 1 point. So you get a very popular...
I did it, sir. I scheduled Hasan Overcooked stream for August 3rd. Thank you, Sister Cutie. We will strike Israel once it begins. As a PA citizen, we love Shapiro and we love Fetterman. I'm also conservative and voted for both. With a username like All In AMC, I'm shocked. It is often said that Shias are like the Mormons of Muslims, the Mormons of Islam. So, as a Philly resident, no one gives a fuck about his clown. We all just hated Marciano. Yeah, we all got baited. Dr. Oz was actually the real leftist. Trumpism without Trump being consistently worse than Trumpism with Trump is so awesome. Yeah, that is true. And that's because, and I keep repeating this is another designated HasanAbi lock, which is that Donald Trump is Barack Obama for white people, okay? For as white people. That's it. Ain't nobody is able to do what he does. And trying to recreate Donald Trump within the Republican Party is always going to lead you to a Ron DeSantis style situation. It's going to lead you to a JD Vance style situation. Just like you can't recreate Barack Obama in the Democratic Party. People that go, oh, well, we had Obama. Why not Pete Buttigieg? He kind of sounds like him. He tries to be like him. It's like, no, dude, you can't. He is a once in a lifetime charismatic ass candidate, or was. It's just like lightning is not going to strike twice in that regard. And you certainly cannot manufacture that. Pete sounds like Obama. Pete literally tries to do the Obama cadence, chat. Come on. And by the way, some libs do love that. That's why they keep talking about how, Pete should be the guy. The Upper Galilee Regional Council told all residents to be on high alert tonight and stay near a shelter. Interceptions were seen all across the north, but from what I understand, it is not of an extraordinary scale at the moment. Be safe. Be safe. Time without an OO. But also, thank you for keeping us up to date from inside of Israel. Begging you for a 10-second rundown on why Pete is not good so I can explain it to my in-laws. No actual legislative career whatsoever. He was the mayor of South Bend, Indiana. A police investigation into real white supremacists within his own tiny ass police department. Okay, actively played a role in the firing of the police department chief at the time. He's also bloodless McKinsey rat, which means that he is very much the soulless guy that comes in and reduces jobs. Like the thing that I explain to people, the best thing that I can explain to people is this. Okay, when you see a guy, if you're in the middle America and you see a guy like Pete Buttigieg come to your neighborhood, that means the plant is closing down. Okay, like for so many people in the Rust Belt, Pete Buttigieg and Pete Buttigieg type dudes coming into their neighborhood is basically like a biblical plague is about to happen. Okay, that's all they know. It's just he's Mr. Layoff. Okay, a corpo hitman. Anyway. Who's more fashy, Erdogan or Modi? Dude, come on. I mean, Modi is king fash, brother. What are we talking about? Like, I mean, I don't like Erdogan, and he has a lot of fascist leanings, but Like, we might need to use a different term for Modi at this point. Pete seems so popular, though. I'm genuinely confused. Pete Buttigieg is an untested, lab-built, neoliberal project. Okay, what are we talking about? He's popular. Yeah, he chirps good. That's it. Make him the press secretary. What are we doing? Like what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, the idea that he like reads well on television to a very specific type of liberal does not mean that you're gonna win. You're gonna, win elections. He is the closest you can get to an industry plant in politics. Okay. He is inauthentic in general. He presents himself well. He presents himself well on camera for your grandmother and your liberal parents, especially if they're like MSNBC watchers. But who the is not voting for the Democratic Party in that group? He's good to the base and nothing else. Okay. The most loyalist Democratic Party voters also seemingly love him. Pete Buttigieg is phenomenal as a designated guy to go on Fox News. Could even be good as press secretary considering what the job is, but that would be a demotion. I know, but that's it. That's what he's good at. He's good at this, okay? All I'm saying is I find it really odd that we're genuinely talking about a dude who's like a couple years older than me, who has no relevant work experience whatsoever. Like, at least Donald Trump was a TV guy, as in he was at least good at marketing and had like 100% name recognition. You know what I mean? Like, he had already maxed out his name recognition because he was an NBC guy for years and years and years. Oh, Pete Buttigieg, on the other hand, doesn't even have relevant name recognition experience. He's simply a guy who's good on MSNBC. He's going to get a promotion. Sorry you dislike him so much. Yeah, but he's not getting promoted to VP, I hope. Jesus Christ. That would be a major misstep. I mean, that would be... I would be shocked. I don't think that he brings nothing. He literally brings nothing to the ticket, like, at all. Nothing. But hey, your parents and your grandparents and your aunt that was gonna vote for the Democratic Party anyway, no matter who was on the top of the ticket, who was the VP, really likes him. The funniest thing is, like, people were talking about how like Pete Buttigieg is actually really captivating to the younger demographics. That's what they were trying to sell him as last time around. And it was just the hard Democratic Party boomers that wanted to vote for him. Like, he's disingenuous, he's inauthentic. And like I said, for the Rust Belt, they see a guy like that, they think, uh-oh, I'm losing my job. And for good reason. That is precisely what his job was. His job was to show up to town and either fix bread prices or institute layoffs so that you can eliminate redundancy. Kamala staff going after what Trump cares about, lol. Vice President's completely full rally in Atlanta 4 days ago, right? MTC's of Trump's Atlanta rally in the same arena today. Oh, God. Yeah, this is like Trump will lose his fucking mind. This is so effective for a guy like Trump. It's way more effective than me serving the 3-minute ad break in terms of like drawing some kind of response. Like, I personally don't give a shit about this, obviously, but Trump definitely does. It's basically like Joe Biden talking about golf, except this time Trump will look like a fool, and it's not something as out of touch as like what your handicap is in golf. Anyway, and probably different times leading up to the rally, like 15 minutes before versus 1 hour before. It doesn't matter. Come on. Truth, honesty, integrity, these things are completely